Welcome back to the Parenting Podcast from Dubuque, Iowa. We're talking about having an attitude of kindness in our communication with our children, really with everybody in the house. There should be an attitude of kindness.
That's true.
And we're talking about the fact that there's more than one way to say things. Like one person said, it's a lot different to say, when I look at you, when I look at you, time stands still. That's a lot different than saying you got to face it, but stop a clock. So
true.
Sometimes we just need to find a better way to say some things so that we can stay together while we're confronting things that need to be confronted.
Yes.
That right there, to be able to express care for someone, to be able to communicate to your children, I care.
Yeah.
I care about you.
Yeah.
And at the same time, then be able to confront things that need to be addressed. That's something that people usually don't. They separate. They think, well, to care about something, that's like Jesus. But confront, oh no, that's like the devil. But if you really look at it, Jesus cared enough to confront things that needed to be confronted.
That's
even with
true.
his disciples, with Peter, he just was honest and authentic with people. And so he found a way to say things that expressed his care for people. They knew he cared and loved them. But he also confronted things that needed to be confronted. Mm-hmm. So give us an example of this. Oh, you got a verse there. What's our verse? Ephesians, what is it?
Okay, this is Ephesians 4:32, and this is in the Message paraphrase. It says, be gentle with one another, sensitive. Forgive one another as quickly and thoroughly as God in Christ forgave you.
Be gentle with each other.
Yeah, be gentle with one another, sensitive.
So we want to be gentle, we want to be kind, and express our love for people, and communicate in such a way with the children that we restore if a relationship's been strained, that we restore that, or that we build that relationship. But at the same time, as a parent, there's things that we have to address, changes we have to call for.
Yeah, the not so fun part of parenting, but rewarding. It's rewarding. So one of the things that we were thinking about was when children start to really think for themselves, maybe when they're about, 9, 10, they really start to have some ideas and some thoughts of their own. One of the things that really frustrates children is when they feel like they're not heard, like you don't care what they think. And that causes really a lot of frustration with kids. If they start to say something, you cut them off and just say, well, don't think that way, think this. You didn't really stop and hear them. It really causes a frustration. So I think it's important that when we're relating with our children, we let them know, I want to hear your view.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you think about this, or I want to know what you're feeling about the situation. So when we communicate that to our children, that's a relief to them because they think you don't care what they think. Yeah. I mean, that's the devil lying to them, but that's what they think. My parents don't care what I think. They never listen to me. Yeah. That's what they think. And so just the fact that you're willing to care about what they think and listen to their viewpoint, even if you don't agree with it 100% or it has to be tweaked a little bit, you give them some greater insight. I'm not saying that their opinion is going to reign in your house, but that you want to hear their view and you want to know what they're thinking about it will go a very long ways for your children. And
you can add to that then the other side of the coin also, and I want to express what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. Because that builds a relationship. In a marriage, especially, you want to be able to do that. I want to hear what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. And I want to be able to express what I'm thinking.
To be heard.
To be heard.
Yeah.
And so with your children, it's the same way. Now, as they get older in their teenage years, this will apply a little more sometimes, but the kids are really little. You have to realize that they're little children. But the more they can understand these things, the more you can use these techniques. I care about the relationship. That's what you're trying to communicate. I care about the relationship, but I also care deeply about this circumstance or situation that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
And so let's find a way to communicate with each other gently and kindly so that we stick together in these things. So the Lord give you wisdom. He'll help you understand how to apply these things. The greater one lives on the inside of you. Jesus Christ is your Lord, and He'll guide you into all the truth. That's what He's there for. He's a comforter. And you'll know right there in the moment what to say and what to do. You're brilliant because of God on the inside. Have a great week. We love you.